I hope everyone is doing well today. We're back to play some more Tears of the Kingdom and explore around some, but I think I am going to kind of start going for towers and stuff just to kind of get a little bit of a handle on what's going on here where I'm at. Good evening, Perm, and thank you for the resub, my dude. I really appreciate it. How are you today? Oh, there's one volume correction I want to make that I can do. There we go. Turn the game down just a wee little bit. Oh, good.
What do you call a group of doofuses that play games and hate NPCs? A murder of perms.
But, what is that? Is that a tower? No, it's another glyph thingy to do. Okay. No worries, enjoy your dinner. Ooh.
I can stun the ladies.
Tower or shrine? Oh, where are your dogs? I'm sorry, Rocket. Oh, crap. Well, at least here I can see where the tower is. Oh, that's right. I thought... Okay, I clearly misunderstood that then. Like, I knew you were traveling, I just thought you were traveling this weekend. Yeah, we miss our girls when we board them too. Oh, you just set them off a little early? Come on, what's your... Ah. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to, this weekend particularly. Yay! Made it all the way to the tower. Perfect. I think we're... Really? We just get to go straight into this tower? No puzzles, no nothing? Alright. No problem. Easy peasy. Prepare for blast off! That's what we're doing. Phoebe's freaking crazy, man. Like, she hyperventilates constantly when she's in the car because she's so excited all the time. And, like, I'm seriously concerned about her getting dehydrated. We're planning on asking for a sedative for her. Like, Chloe doesn't care. She's just going to be like, oh, we're doing this now? Alright, I'll lay down and sleep for 8 hours. Okay. Oh. Glad I know I've explored all the things in the sky up there. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's no bueno. Alright, that shrine I marked is down this way. Let's swap clothes here real quick. Oh, I'm cold. Never mind. I forgot. That's snow down there. I need to keep my cold resist gear on. Yeah. What is that? Is that a three-headed dragon? Not for nothing. Just gonna save. What is this? It's an ice dragon. Okay. See, dogs are Phoebe's Gliok. Hold on. Dogs are what gets Phoebe, like, really ramped up. If anyone's got another dog nearby, she, like, jumps at the window and everything. We can't roll down the windows with her untethered because she'll just straight up jump out of the car. Oh, okay, okay. Oh! I think I've made a mistake. This sounds like a fight theme from Metal Gear Solid. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at. Like this. I just want to shoot it with an arrow and see what damage I can do with that. Virtually nothing. We're getting out of here. We're running. Alright, game science time. I want to see if I can cower behind these things. I can. I did kill one of its heads, though. Hold on, I'm engaging. My theory is that if I can knock out all three heads at the same time, that I'll get some damage in on the body, but still. It's not worth engaging this thing. Not right now. But I am gonna mark it. Alright. Running. Need a place to hide quickly. Alright, I'm okay with playing hide and seek with an ice dragon. It's looking at me, though. I am not ready for that, dude. Okay, we're good. A Gliok. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Probably not. Or it could be like a real sassy pronunciation, like, it's Glee, okay? It's stupid. That is 100% not it. Okay. Sharon! Orochium. Rocket says hi. Wow, I'm surprised she heard me. Happy trip. You mean this weekend? No. No. This will not be a good trip. Yeah. Safe. Safe is a good way to put it. Courage to fall. I've got plenty of the stupidity to fall. Is that close enough? So, like, if I just jump down here, I feel like I've been baited by this dungeon into doing stupid things. Hashtag blame the dungeon. Hello. Oh. Okay. No, I didn't mean to say no to that. Okay, we'll crawl through here. And then what? The shrine's a maze. Death from above! Okay. What's that? I think I can ascend that. But what spotted me? Oh, hi. Okay. Aha! I knew it'd be worth looking around. Arrows, huh? So Fix in Perm's stream today did answer the question that we were posing yesterday of whether or not I should go back to Hyrule Castle if that crap respawns at a Blood Moon. And basically his response was, yes, those things respawn at a Blood Moon. And some chests respawn too if they have simple supplies in them. Refresh my memory. Did you play Breath of the Wild? Like, did you like it? No, I was hoping it would let me, like, on the lip there. Yeah. Alright, well, let's look down over here. Okay, we've got a platform we can stick things to. It helps if you actually hit the correct button, doofus. I only played Skyrim that one day. I just was not a fan. The game just eventually bores you out. Okay. I feel like I should be able to open these doors. I can't ascend out of here. This needs a key. I think that's what this means. This one's almost like a little mini dungeon. Ah, yeah. These games do eat up your attention for quite a while. I feel like this one in particular, excuse me, kind of can eat your attention span for quite some time. I feel like I should be able to open these doors. But I don't know how. There's a ball out there, and there's a ball pit thing out there. These clearly... Oh, can I just Ultra Hand them? Oh my gosh. Alright, let's go straight through. Trying to, like, solve every puzzle without opening a single door or using Ultra Hand even once. But what did that get me? What did that give me the ability to do? Alright, there's a flying machine in here. And that's where I came through. that hole. Alright, can we lift out the flying machine? No. I think putting the orb in here unlocks it. Then what would I do with it? Oh, I would use it to get the orb from up here down there. So I'm looking at the end of the puzzle first. I feel like the door to get to the orb needs a key, and I don't know where the key is. No, not that. Alright, we already tried to ascend out of here, and it won't let me. Oh, hold on. I got it. I can ascend here, and that'll let me get to the top of the cage, and I'm expecting to find the key there. Or not. What's with these lasers? So getting up here did me nothing, so why is it here? Get up here for a reason. Oops. What, you mean like shoot this? It definitely looks like a keyhole. I think. Give it a shot. Nah. Let's see. Touching the ball to the door doesn't do anything. Let's get it out of its cradle, though. Okay, there's nothing in there. I mean, it does look like I'm supposed to hit it with something. Yeah. Can't do anything to these platforms. Oh, that was close. To what? The ball? It would put it back in the depression. No, because it's not moving. I mean, I'll go back there in a moment, but we can try it. But I don't think it's going to do anything. What is that? Oh. Oh, it's just a lamp. Okay. I was able to get up there, go in there, drop down here. This is where I ran into those dudes. I mean, we were able to open these doors for a reason. Can I bounce a laser into it? I don't have like a mirror or anything. Yeah, you can't do anything to the door. Oh. You hit a laser. The courage to fall. That's what it was referring to. I had legitimately forgotten the name of this shrine until I fell. Open this. Alright. Let's take our little ball for a walk. Sure. Okay. Boom! Now give me the flying machine. Alright. Nope. Wrong thing. Take this out. We'll put the ball on it. And now let's put it on the rails. Take it for a flight. Whee! Plunk! I don't know why they gave me a flying machine, but at least it lets me go through. Well, let's see what's down there. This is probably death. Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure that they hadn't hidden another secret behind more lasers. I'll get my hearts back as soon as I get the shrine done anyway. Shoop. You don't need to make a cutscene out of it. I know what it does. That was a fun shrine. I feel like this is the most intricately detailed shrine I've done. And I'm going to go ahead and get another stamina wheel chunk out of this, which is good. Okay. Oh. I missed the music. Okay. All right, there's the dude I'm supposed to talk to from the newspaper. Your story is really something. Mind going through it again? Blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
Care of a rare animal for Princess Zelda, a golden horse. Poor thing ran away.
Oh.
I finished tending to the horses and was taking a bit of... Oh, so it vanished? Zelda called it to the past? Then that gentle creature began making terrible sounds. Okay. Oh, Zelda... Oh. Then the princess came closer and the golden horse thrashed harder. Yeah, because it's not Zelda.
Oh.
Bolted away. Okay. My little sources tipped me off about this. Little sources? Is he talking about small people?
Oh.
Oh! Okay.
Ah.
Someone else from the newspaper. Ha ha ha. Okay. The poor animal acting that way. Okay. The briefest glimpse of the princess's face, I couldn't have seen it right, but she had such a cold expression. Never watched it.
Ah.
Four horse galloped north and never looked back. What, into the fields of death?
Yeah.
Do I have any pony point rewards?
Oh. Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Still need a couple more. Beetle, maybe you should stop wearing... What are you wearing? It's like a vest cut off at the midriff. If you were a woman, I'd say it was a bra. Frog. Nah, I'm not buying any of your crap. We're good. Okay. Add 1 point. Boom.
Oh.
Regular bed. No, I don't. Floating islands and ships and all sorts of strange things. Yep. Sky's gotten all weird. Hi, Poochie. Nope. There you go, boy. Have an apple. I don't have any dog food for you. There you go. No, I'm not... A pot lid? No. Definitely between streams, I'm bringing the Switch with me, and I'm going to do a crap ton of hunting. Of course it went off to the north. There's no way I can take on that thing right now. Oh. This is on the ground. Oh. Okay. Alright, that's the shrine we just did. Pinecone, great. So we are going to fast travel here and then just drop straight down. Oh, the background removal removed my finger. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's not sure if it's me. For a brief moment, I thought I was actually about to go up and fight that thing, and then I just, no, I'm not going to entertain that ridiculous notion. Almost just walked into the shrine by accident. Save. Oh, that's right. We're dealing with that weird low gravity here. Alright, gravity's back. I mean, at least if I need a way to get on top of the labyrinths quickly, I can do it. Lots of flint. The Zonai glyphs carved in the stone slab read, "The dragon ring slumbers in the labyrinth's depths. Wake it, and ye shall receive due compensation." Is said compensation a fireball to the face? I'm a little concerned. Bless you. The indestructible Mushu. Mark my trail in places where I might otherwise get lost. So I need to be keeping an eye out for the pine cones. What's in here? The fact that it says dragon ring and not dragon does encourage me somewhat, but I'm still a little bit concerned. Oh, it's just ice. Okay. Cool. So glad we sat there to do that. Pine cone. Oh, that's why they're giving me the pine cones. I don't want to cheat this thing right away, but I'm kind of thinking of cheating this thing right away. I don't know why I picked up the flint. I should have just dropped it. Across the gloom. There's a shrine in here. I wonder if this is the one I saw Dustin doing a while back. And I hope not, because if it is, there are gloom hands here somewhere. There they are. Okay, running. Oh crap. Bailing. They've got their own creepy music. I might not be ready for this yet, either. The fact that those hands chase you is so freaking creepy. Okay. Whoa! What is that? Ow. Oh, great. Of course you had to fall down into the labyrinth. A star fragment. Power to light up its environment. Interesting. That'll be a good thing to fuse for when I'm down in the depths. Yeah, I'm going to stop melting things unless it looks clear that there's some sort of loot inside. Alright. There's gloom up there, nothing here. And yes, I know that the mini-map is showing me the layout too, but I have to look up on occasion. There's loot. You can touch gloom very, very briefly.
Yep.
We're gonna drop this. Okay, we're good. Chill shroom. Can I climb these walls? I can. So I can get some height on this wall and then glide around the corner here. Probably could have used it to get away from the gloom hands too, I just didn't think about it. Oh crap, there's more here than I...
When the glow of the blood-stained moon shines upon the land.
Okay, that freaked me out.
The aimless spirits of slain monsters.
I legitimately thought that maybe I was about to die or something. I've never seen the game just, like, stop the moment I touched the gloom. I said I was going to stop standing by that crap unless there was something there I could... Alright, that looks like something I can ascend through. So let's do that. Now, if this is the labyrinth, if this is like the labyrinths from Breath of the Wild, being up on top is helpful, but it doesn't solve the maze for you. It's like a bunch of internal twists and turns. Alright, that's something. It's on a pedestal next to 4 lanterns. This is clearly something. Ha! Really something. Boom. Day 3. Shivering in the cold and cowering from the gloom, I finally made it. This pathway leads to the center of the ruins. There's a trail of lights here that's almost beckoning me in. It must lead to that due compensation the slab mentioned. My history-making discovery is mere steps away. You can do this, me! Alright, I can get back to... No, I'm not cheesing it. There's very little you can actually cheese in these games. It's all just alternative solutions. Like I said, it's one of the things about the design of these latest Zelda games that I really appreciate. Okay, what's that? That's down there. So that's where the shrine is. So dark! What is the deal with this? It's a lot of ice. Or boulders. Why are there so many boulders here? Another excellent find. The fact that I'm finding so much really good stuff is another thing that tells me I'm kind of not supposed to be here right now. Oh, there's something up there. Okay. We are going to... we're going to drop some wood and some flint and start a fire here. Where is the flint? Most used. I don't really handle flint that often. Dang it, where is it? There. Cool. Pine cone. I need to drop a pine cone in there. Okay. Cool. Doesn't let me into the shrine. That's fine, though. Wait. We're up here. We might as well climb to the top of the labyrinth. I presume there will be another treasure chest at the south edge of the shrine. We found one at the north and east corners, so... Or not the shrine, of the maze. What is that? Oh, it's a Korok! Wouldn't mind finding Hestu again sometime soon.
You suck.
What's down this hole? I could never remember the solutions to these labyrinths either, because I played through Breath of the Wild twice. Once on the normal game, and then another time on Master Mode once they released the DLC for it. And every time I ran into these labyrinths, I could never remember the solutions, and I had to re-explore them every time.
Yep.
Ooh. Yes, please. Why am I still picking up sticks? What's going on?
Oh.
Okay, this goes here. I feel like the use of Ascend is going to be necessary for solving this maze. No, this is the south side. Okay, so this does put me on top. Oh, I thought this would be open. Alright, there's a pine cone here and another log. I set out with great enthusiasm, but so far I haven't found anything other than an endless supply of bitter cold. The Zonai were going to bother to carve a note into the slab. Wouldn't they have etched a few hints in there too? Right? How long has that slab been at the entrance to the site anyway? I don't think it was there before the upheaval. Okay. Another pine cone. Oh, yeah, good call. Alright, here we've been. Ah, the frickin' gloom hands! Teleport out of their hands sideways. Alright, so I need to go back to where I found the day 3 log. Which, if memory serves, was at the north side. I didn't take any gloom damage, though, so that's good. Yep, there's day 3. This pathway leads to the center of the ruins. Trail of lights here. Okay. So, follow the lights. What was that? What's that weird noise? Alright, frozen pine cone, that's good. Alright, lights. Oh, this goes up, okay. Here. There we go. There we go. I've done it. At long last, I've done it. I found a relic of the Zonai civilization, though my euphoria is short-lived. In the hours since my discovery, I've tried touching, hitting, and yelling at the relic, but it remains unresponsive. Starting to fear that I may not unravel the secrets of the Zonai after all. The thought makes the cold even more bitter. Yep. Poor dude. Went through all this crap to get to the shrine, and there's... What is the deal with that? Oh, it's a chasm. Okay. The ruler of owls have unlocked a door. Find it on the west side of the... Oh, okay, cool. Now we get to stand here and melt some ice for a while. Such exciting content. No, don't waste the weapon by being bored. Wait. Oh, I can go straight out now. I was like, wait, this wasn't open before. It goes straight in. Where's this go? Oh, all the doors into the shrine are open now. Got it. My Otaki Shrine. I didn't get a dragon ring. Maybe it's in the box. What's in the box? Diamond is not a ring. But pretty rare, so I'm happy with that. Thank you, hon. I probably ought to mark that the Gloom Hands are here. I'm going to put enemy on that one. Especially since all this crap respawns. Like, I need to be able to make record of this mess so I don't forget where everything is. Am I missing something? Hold on. No. So the dragon ring is not an item. Good to know. I did the thing downstairs. Now let me in. A test of wisdom. Four terminals are hidden in this maze. Activate them all. Oh, I noticed this labyrinth has much higher walls, too. Oh, and an updraft. Interesting. Whoa. Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to have to get low for some of these. 4 terminals. Oh. I'm running out of stamina. I need to land somewhere. I'm in that maze in the sky. Oh crap! No, stop it. Okay, we go through there. Holy cow, okay. There are 4 terminals in this maze. Okay. That must be one of them. Terminals. Welcome back, Rocket. I was kind of hoping there would be a way in under the stairs. Do I have to drop in on this one from above? I don't... I'm gonna... I need to find my way to the outer edges. Okay. Stop it! Why did the updraft stop? Okay, there we go. Why are the updrafts stopping sometimes? Oh, this is interesting. In low gravity, I'm just hovering here? Okay, hang on. Wait. Ugh. Alright, we're gonna try an experiment. Ba-ba-ba. Hold. Right? Okay, there's one. And I can't climb these walls. It's so weird. There's nothing to ascend. Oh, I don't think it reaches this far. Yeah, it doesn't reach this far. Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't because I was jumping. Good thought, though. Why? I don't get it. I don't understand why the updrafts have stopped. Okay. Maybe, but there's no clear indication of what the timer is. I think in low gravity you don't take any fall damage, though, so that's good. Cool. I always wanted a big battery. Yes? I didn't want to just be like, hey, Perm, there's a whole layer of Hyrule you haven't seen yet. I wanted it to stay a surprise. But Signal was kind of hinting at it yesterday, and I didn't know how to say something to him about it without giving it away. So that's why I was commenting that he's very good at asking the deep questions. I don't know if Signal picked up on that hint, though. Yes, you are. I mean, sometimes you got... I found it because I was game sciencing. I was like, these holes clearly mean something. Either I die or we find something cool. Let's find out what. So... Well, it's all good. I'm just glad you found them eventually. That's why, like, I didn't know if the game would eventually lead you to them. That's why I asked Fix about it in your stream today. Because, like, if the game's not going to tell you they're there, and you might never want to go look in those holes yourself, whoa, okay. Like, there's no way for you to know where to get Zonite. So, that's why I brought it up. But as soon as he was like, nah, there's a quest, I was like, cool, I'll let it go then. Terminal! Two down, two to go. Ooh. What's this? Almost didn't make that jump. Yeah, exactly. I just didn't want to... I wanted to respect your wishes that you didn't want me to just tell you. Which, I respect that that was your position. Let's see. Nothing down there. Ow. That's okay. I like bashing my head into a stone cylinder. Oh, it's based on altitude. As soon as I get low, the drafts kick up again. So, right now I'm stable. If I let go, it'll kick up again. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of stuff down here. Nope, 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 nope. Frick. Alright, let's give ourselves a boost. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, the game's all about exploration. If you knew everything that was out there right off the bat, it wouldn't be as much fun. Oh, you still take fall damage. It just takes a lot more altitude. Got it. Alright, one more to go. Why are these platforms always down here? Are they just to keep you from falling out? I'm gonna run a game science experiment here and fall out of the bottom. Okay. I wanted to see if I let myself get to the very bottom of the maze, would it maximize the updraft and I'd be able to get to the top? Nope. No mas. This is like a weird way to get stable. No. We ran the inspection, and it pointed out a few things that we knew about. We have to replace the roof. We have to replace the HVAC immediately. Like, the inspector couldn't even get the AC to kick on. Like, he had to short shorted jumper in the condenser to even get it to kick on. The thermostat wasn't working. And even then, it wasn't blowing cold. So we have to replace the HVAC, heating and cooling, and the roof immediately. We knew about that, but it was more like the other things that we wouldn't know about that we had them check out. And, you know, there's a plumbing issue in the master bathroom, but that's very minor. I think we're looking good, to be honest. So we're going to proceed forward with the purchase. We've got the appraisal coming up here pretty soon. Crap, I need to get some stamina back. Platform, 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 platform! Okay. It was closer than I would have liked. And yeah, we're excited. It's just a matter of, to be completely frank, kind of juggling finances a little bit to make sure that we'll be fine by the time we get to the house purchase. Because right now we're paying a mortgage on a house and an apartment in Michigan. Like, it's a lot. Eventually it'll be fine. Like, once this house closes, we'll be fine. In the meantime, it's just kind of like... Ugh. You better give me a boost to get up there, because I sure ain't doing it. Whee! I can see everything. What is this? We're... I don't think we're going to get to that point. But, I appreciate the thought, buddy. But right now we're planning on closing on this house. I ain't going down there. Huh? No. I will follow up on that later. What happened to my cool wind boost? Oh, at least it's easy to hop across this now. No. Oh, thank goodness. Is there anything over there? Not that I can see. Okay. So before we're done here, I'll definitely need to find out what that is over there. Oh, fine. I'll activate it from this side. Didn't know you were so persnickety. Mark well my words. I have officially wasted 30 minutes of your time. Bars in the labyrinth that obstructed your path. Oh. The final way shall open. Interesting. Okay. Well, I want to. I don't care about this Korok. There'll be other Koroks. From high above to far below, huh? We're just gonna drive straight through? Ow! I feel like I just got trolled by the game. And then Link did something really stupid, and Hyrule was doomed forever. The end. Oh, now he dives farther. Alright, here we go. There's another one. Okay. Don't I have... Let's take this. Equip. And we will... Didn't I catch a falling star? Okay, there it is. Hold. Let's see if it does what I think it does. Oh! I was about to be very disappointed in this. Oh, dude. Alright. We're doing it like this. Yeah. There's enemies here too. Wait, that's a flux construct! In the dark? Oh, he's teleporting the block around. Every time I aim at it, he moves it. Oh, boy. Oh! He's got health for days, too. Okay. I'm sorry I upset you, sir. I feel like I need to make him swap it and then hit him. Okay. Oh. I wasn't sure which one was going to swap. Dang it. Itchy nose. Bad time for itchy nose. Hang on. Yes. Oh. You mean the key size? I thought you were asking me if I was blind. Yeah. Yes, Rocket, I can confirm I have eyes. Yeah, I noticed. Whoa!
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
I mean, mean, I won't deny that for a little while I was kind of insulted. Oh. Am I going the right way this time? Oh, yeah, this is the way I went. Alright, now I can see the whole room. Uh-oh. Shouldn't have come down. Oh. 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 No, not that.
Gilly, you suck.
Or take a picture of yourself with somebody boring like J Mitch, and then I'll just Photoshop my face over his face.
How am I supposed to avoid that?
They very much do not help,
Let
Ellie.
me tell you, I was surprised I got that through that hole. It was tight.
Move out and try not to die again, maggot. These things are expensive.
So I'm regretting what I just said.
I tell you what, I tell you what, Perm. Give me one more attempt on this dude, and then I'll ask. But I do kind of want to see like what I can do here. I just feel like I can't avoid his cube smash. Like that's the big problem for me. And it one-shots me. Now I could probably avoid it one-shotting me if I ate something and maxed out my health. Let's do that. Here we go. Just stay away from it. Crap, too close. Run, 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 run. Yeah, I can only move so far when it jumps. I was hoping that was the one he was swapping it with. Come on. Uh-oh. So not fair. Running. Too close to it. Thank you, whatever the crap your name is. T-Bird. Tevis? No, that's not right. What's the name of this friend?
Oh.
Of course you said Kevin. Running. Go, 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 go. Tulin, thank you. Oh, he's always going to hit me with the bottom. I've got to shoot him while he's trying to stomp on me. Or there went that theory. Oh, crap. Running, 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 running. I'm running over here. Run, 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 run. Oh, no, I exhausted myself. I'm an idiot. Just, would you friggin' fall apart so I can hit you a few more times? I'd really appreciate it. Get out of there. What does that do? Show me your face again. Oh, crap! It didn't work out the way I thought it would. Ah! No, get out of there. Dang, I'm flying through these bows. Ugh. Just gonna take it apart and see what I can do. This feels so dumb. Oh! Okay, come on. I don't know! I don't know what I'm doing. Is that not clear at this point? Yeah. I'm trying to. Got it. Oh, dude, there's 3 more of these? Holy loot, Batman. Look at this! Sick. Okay. Yeah, like, I couldn't get it to stop rolling around, so eventually I was like, I should see if I can do crap to it. Let's try and rewind it. And overcoming a strong of body, skill, and mind. Well, I did die a few times. The ruler of owls. Hoot, hoot, hoot. Oh. I did not. Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. Evil spirit greaves. Malevolent entity, they're a rather rare find. Look at all the arrows on the ground. I went through 3 of my bows for that thing. Okay. No, not a giant one. What is this? Yes. One of the things I do like is that they're good at, like... I like that they show you the crap that you fuse with the most at the front of the list. I think we just exited the labyrinth. Yeah. Yeah, this is just the depths. Okay. Where are we in relation to what we've already been to? Way far away. Oh, time to go. Don't want none of this. Bye. Back to the labyrinth full of bosses, please. Thank you. I mean, I'm collecting them. Like, the greater pose are worth 20. Which I haven't gotten to yet. Or I have found a few of them, but, like, I haven't found anything worth turning them in for just yet. I have, like... I have this thing about finite resources. I hate spending them on trivial crap. But if there's, like... hot dog, awesome armor that I can get for turning in pose, I'd rather save them for that. Alright, this is how we got down there. Okay, we haven't been down this way. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's the same room. Was that it? This all goes to the same room? Yeah. Okay, that's where we left the place. Oh, I think maybe that was it. Okay, I was kind of expecting this to be another labyrinth. Oh, that sky maze? Yeah. Yes, please. Let's get rid of this. Okay. I kinda wish we could, I wish I could fast travel down here. I mean, all I got from it was a pair of pants that are slightly better than my existing pair of pants, but, you know, it's okay. As soon as they gave it that intro, though, like, the armor sheathed in an otherworldly evil, this hidden blah, 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 I was like, please give me something very awesome I can use to just beat the game with. Of course, I don't actually want that. That would cheapen the game to me, but it would be awesome to have. Hey, Arky. Crap. I think I let it. I got too far away from it. Yeah, we've spent practically the whole night doing this maze. But it was cool. And I got some sneaking pants out of it. Which is, you know, a sentence that normal people say. Oh, there's another one over there! How many of these are there? There's another one. Oh, man. They're at, like, the four corners of Hyrule or something?
Oh.
Huh? Where'd he go? No. 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 I followed that friggin' thing all the way down. Oh, is that what I'm supposed to do? Shoot it? Huh. I don't know either.
Oh.
I mean, it's as good a theory as any. Korok, give me your golden poop. I will shoot you for it.
Fix, you're amazing.
Hey, Fix. Yeah, we just finished these two and fought the flux construct at the bottom of this one. And I'm just getting this Korok leaf before I move on. How you doing, man? I don't think shooting it is the answer. Yeah, it's definitely not shooting it. Examine! Oh! Okay. Yeah, I definitely followed that whole thing right down to the ground and then it disappeared. Just a wee bit miffed about that one. Actually, before we do this, I'm going to... Oh. Da-da-da. Get some more stamina. Yeah. I also still don't know what to do with those gloom hands. They freak me out, and they grab me, and then I panic and teleport away. I mean, it might be possible now that the shrine is open, I might be able to have an arena to fight that thing in. You know what? Yeah, we'll experiment with it. Why is there a Goron here?
Oh.
You should know the way to Goron City. You forgot how to go home? There's still lava everywhere. The lava would cool and new roads would form. Really? Okay. Which you can see over in the northeast. Woodland Stable. Okay. Red haze around the summit looks worryingly like gloom. Yeah, I noticed. Bistro? A Goron at a bistro? That sounds weird. I never remember which direction it's in. There it is. I'm taking the risk. We're going for it. More stamina. Like, I'm kind of getting the impression that stamina is going to be more helpful to me in boss fights than life. Like, life certainly helps, but having enough stamina to evade attacks is even better. Alright. Speaking of stamina to evade attacks, we're gonna do something dumb. Well, I've done stamina for 2 upgrades in a row now. The next one's definitely going to be hearts. Okay. But, nope, don't go in the shrine. 10 hearts and then max? I'm close. I'm at 8. Although I definitely would like to upgrade some armor, that's for dang sure. I'm going to experiment for a moment. So I think, you know, we're not done with stream yet, obviously, but we're getting kind of close to the end of stream, so I have not. Gotcha. I haven't even been up to Hitano yet. Yeah, I just kind of went wherever my heart took me, and my general sense of ADHD. Yeah. What Rocket said. Oh, it's probably not a good idea to do this with 2 bows. Alright, let's play around. If it goes badly, I'll just die and then port out. Gotcha. You know, shoot an arrow for good reason. Make sure the bow works. It's always good to test your equipment.
The likelihood of you dying violently within the next 5 minutes is 87.61%.
Oh, crap. I got wedged. Yeah, this isn't going to happen. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm shocked that didn't kill me. What just happened? Well, it doesn't matter. If I die, I just get it all back. That's what I want to experiment with. Evidently, just dodging around the obstacles isn't enough. Somehow they're still able to hit me anyway sometimes. Just a quick 3-minute experiment. Ain't nothing. Alright, Hitano. Where was Hitano? That is going to be Gerudo, I think. It's been a while. Okay. I don't remember where Hitano is. I should check my side quests or go back to Lookout Tower to pick up what side quests I don't have. That's what I need to be doing. Not this like just, oh, I'll just pick a direction and go. It'll be fine. Okay, that's main quests. Princess sightings, that's fine. Golden Horse. Master Koga. Yeah, let's go back to the Lookout Tower. Ah. Got it. Thanks. Actually, it's been about an hour and a half. Why don't we go ahead and take an AFK? I know I certainly need to stretch my legs. If you've been sitting down this whole time, you should stretch yours too. I'll be back in a few minutes and we'll keep on going. All right. Let's keep on going. That's the tower. Let's check the main area here. And probably ought to look and see what we can do with the pose again. You've got nothing. You've got nothing. This is one of the shortcomings of both games, actually. I wish they had fixed. There's no way to see on the mini-map where there's a quest available. You have to actually get them. You have to actually, like, see the NPC visually to see if they have a side quest for you.
Okay. Oh.
It looks like the one I showed you. Okay, what do we got? Dark Tunic for 150 pose. Okay. Okay, so I've got a quest that wants to lead me into the depths. This we've seen. Oh, memories. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Master Koga, Golden Horse, Princess sightings. Camera work in the depths. You know, let's do that. I completely ignored, like, all the quests that were, like, local to the area. So I presume this is where they teach you to go down to the depths and find the bright roots, flowers, and all that I just kind of figured out on my own. Don't touch the gloom. Don't touch the gloom for long. Hey! I know that. I wasn't going to touch it for long. Come on, dude. I get it. I know what gloom does. Thank you. Oh, that one actually hit me. Can't walk up behind someone. It's down there. Okay. Looks like we're going down. No, not on me right now. I'm gonna be... Ain't glow to anyone who consumes it. Cool. Let's go ahead and hit this one. Yeah, I'm not worried about that right now. I've only got like 19 minutes left, and I'll worry about doing food and stuff another time. Sundelions. I think I've got like one of those. I don't think I've found much of that. Or maybe any of that. Oh, the very bottom? Okay, cool. Ah, these. Yeah. Yeah, looks like I need to cook a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not planning on, like, staying in the gloom for long here. At least I hope not. Evidence people shows another such figure. Zonai survey team. I lost sight of him. Oh. Then he just kept going. Going and going. Yeah, I've got plenty, thank you. Bright bloom seeds. Yep, got it. Oh, just throw them with your hand? I don't have to attach them to arrows? Nice. I'd rather attach them to arrows. Arrows are cheap. Alright, so we're just going to follow the breadcrumb trail here. No problem. Let's see if they left any cool loot behind. Nope, just a journal. Even with my goggles, I can hardly see. Yes, everybody... I get it! Muddlebud. Making it difficult to tell friend from foe. Really? I can confuse the enemies? Looks like the place is swimming in gloom. Don't have any bright blooms, it'd be curtains. Wait a second. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, like, gloom, bright blooms don't repel gloom, do they? That'd be really handy to know. Alright, off into the dark we go. I wouldn't have thought so, but I just want to be sure. Ooh, bomb flowers. What? Okay, we'll do this. Oh. Sorry, Tulin, didn't mean to shoot you. I'm just an idiot. No, stop it. Okay, that's an enemy encampment. Got another bright bloom seed out there. Nice try. I actually prefer aiming with the motion controls. Like, I know it's weird and everybody hates it, and I'm one of those weirdos who's like, who doesn't mind it as much, but I use the thumbstick for getting it close to target, and then I use the motion controls for fine dialing in. I'm gonna have to go back to Hyrule Castle and get some of them royal bows again, since Fix was kind enough to inform me that those respawn. Ah, the bright blue makes the fireflies fly away. Or maybe it was just that I fired an arrow close to him. Oh. Gotcha. I don't know if I ever would have noticed that. More stuff. This is a really good place for farming enemy equipment, though, if you want to. It's risky, but I would have bet no, too. Observancy is not exactly what I'm known for. Yep. Yeah, I've been down here once before. Where I explored around down here and got, yeah. Observational skills. Fine. I'll put it that way. Ah, there's Robbie. Look at how bright that thing got. Yep. Standing near it makes me feel so much better. How strange. Let me show you what I found. Statue. Cool. Oh, so you want me to take a picture of it. Alright. You hadn't used the camera when last we spoke. I forgot how that works. Oh, they're about to tell me. Perfect. Boom! Your camera is locked and so's your Hyrule compendium. Ah ha ha. Okay, got it. A picture. This guy's voice. Ah! It's annoying. Get a good picture. Yes, here you can see it. Mm-hmm. See you at Lookout Landing. There we go. And I can fast travel to these routes, right? Okay, good. Is there anything special about these statues, or they're just down here? We can climb it. Oh, there's another one over there. Okay. Cool. Oh, I like how just because I'm standing on the statue, it's like, oh, you're not in the depths anymore. Cool. No, I still am. That makes the depths a lot bigger than I anticipated they would be. Huh. I don't think I completely... I definitely not predicted the scale of that one. Cute. Yep. Here you go. Here's a picture.
Yeah.
Showing people of some sort, whoever they were. Yep.
Oh.
Before I focus on that. Yes, please, give me something. Some Zonite, that's fine. Okay, see the depths in a new way. Goggles and swordsman. At least she's treating everybody the same way.
Let's get to that lab. Ah.
Talk to Robbie. Okay. Big update here. Be equipped with a sensor that detects shrines. Oh, I forgot about this. Can't set it up here. Yes, go to the research lab. Yes. Southeast corner of Hyrule. Thank you. Mighty peculiar place. Don't let the looks fool you. It's a cutting-edge lab. Isn't that the place you had to take, like, the blue flame to in Breath of the Wild? Alright. He said it was out here somewhere. I'm just gonna mark it so I don't forget. Yeah, okay. Man, it has been so long. It's kind of amazing because I can't help but relate the age of Breath of the Wild to the age of the Switch because they released at the same time. And it's amazing to think, like, Breath of the Wild was what, 5-6 years ago, maybe? Switch is an old system. Got another memory and some towers. Let's hit the memory since we're close to that, and then we'll call it a night. I'm sure they're doing some really clever stuff with the loading. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Like, I just can't imagine how the Switch is handling this draw distance like this. Like, you can see practically everything. And sure, some of the Sky Island stuff is being obscured after a certain distance, but their level of detail loading must be incredible. yeah. Rewind is very impressive technologically. Like, I just don't... It's not even just rewind. Like, Ultra Hand is crazy. From a game design perspective, you can just do, like, anything. At least I didn't take an eternity finding this one. That's a very pretty animation. I like that one. Oh, this is before he became the Demon King? Huh.
Hyrule will bow down before me.
It's more than we thought. It's a swarm!
Stampede!
There are so many of them. But why would they...
Yeah, I've already seen that scene where he powers up. Like, they actually really tapped into, like, the terrifying aspect of that. They did a great job. Suddenly enemy.
That blast wiped out all the Molduga!
How is that possible?
So brute force will not be enough.
Oh, he stole this from Rauru.
Secret
I
stone of
see.
the Zonai. How interesting.
Eh. Or he found his own. All right. We are going to be stopping there for the evening.